Right now, everyone wants to make money from YouTube. But the truth is, 99% of people never even start their channel. Why? Because they don't know how to write a script. They don't know how to edit videos. They don't like their own voice. And they don't want to show their face. Well, the good news is, in 2025, you don't need any of those things if you learn how to use AI. For example, look at this channel. With just 14 videos, it has gained over 75K subscribers. And its most popular video, uploaded only 4 months ago, has almost 5 million views. This channel uploads motivational stories. All of its videos are made with AI. That means the creator hasn't used their own voice. They haven't shown their face. Even the script writing and editing were done by AI. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you the full process, step by step, of how you too can start an AI-based motivational story channel. And I'll also create my own channel and show you the final result. So make sure you watch till the end. Step 1. Before we create a new channel, we need 3 things: a name, a logo, and a simple channel art. So I'll tell ChatGPT that I'm creating a motivational story YouTube channel and ask it to give me 10 channel name ideas that are unique but simple. I don't want the name to be too complicated. I'll also say that it should use simple words like inspire, dream, success, motivation. As soon as I enter this prompt, ChatGPT gives me a lot of great name suggestions. Among them, I like the 9th one the most, Victory Tales. Now, to see if I can rank with this name, I search Victory Tales on YouTube and filter the results to show channels. Even though many channels exist with this name, you can see that some have 4 subscribers, some have 6, and some have 5. So, honestly, I can rank easily on this name because there's no established creator using it. However, the handle at Victory Tales might not be available. So in this case, what I like to do is add a suffix at the end of the name to make it unique. Some common suffixes you can use are YT, TV, Hub, World, Cube, etc. So if we apply these, we get names like Victory Tales YT, Victory Tales TV, Victory Tales Hub, Victory Tales World, and Victory Tales Tube. Out of all of these, Victory Tales YT looks the best. And of course, no channel exists with this name. So I'll create a new channel and name it Victory Tales YT. And there we go. Our channel is ready. Now we just need to customize it. I'll ask ChatGPT to give me 5 channel icon ideas for a motivational story YouTube channel named Victory Tales YT. And as you can see, it suggests many cool ideas suitable for our niche, like Victory Torch Emblem, Rising Mountain with Flag, Open Book with Wings. All of these perfectly represent a motivational story channel. I like the Rising Mountain with Flag one the most. So I'll tell ChatGPT to create the second one. It then asks me for some details, like the image style, the color palette, and whether I want a circular or square layout. At this point, you can specify the details of the logo according to your choice. I'll quickly answer those questions. By the way, all the important prompts I'm using in this video are available in the description too. Okay, so our logo is ready, and it looks exactly the way I imagined, which is awesome. Now the branding work is almost done. We just need to create one more thing, the channel art. For that, I'll ask ChatGPT to create a simple channel art using the same icon it just made with a white background. I'll also tell it to make sure the channel name Victory Tales YT is included. We'll wait a few seconds, and our channel art is ready. Now, of course, it looks very professional, but when we upload it to YouTube, it won't fit correctly because the size is wrong. So I'll open YouTube's official channel art template in Photoshop and import our image into it. I'll then fit it into the safe area so that it looks perfect on all devices. And yes, the link to this template is also in the description. Finally, we'll go to the channel customization page in YouTube Studio, upload our logo and channel art, and publish the changes. And there we go. Our channel branding is now completely done. The only thing missing now is content. Step 2. For the next step, I'll visit a channel called Inspire Story Hub and go to the videos section. Then I'll click on the popular tab. Now I'll select and copy all the video titles like this, just like that. Then I'll paste what I copied into ChatGPT. I'll say, based on these titles, suggest 10 new titles. Also, since the view count and view duration of each video were copied along with the titles, I'll tell ChatGPT to ignore the numbers. We'll enter this prompt, and instantly we'll have a treasure chest of new topics. Similarly, we can find more channels in this niche, copy and paste their titles, and generate unlimited video ideas. And that's how you start your AI-based motivational story channel. From choosing a name and designing branding, to researching topics and generating video ideas, all without writing scripts, recording your voice, showing your face, or even editing videos yourself. Step 3. To write a killer story, you mainly have 3 options. The first one is the transcript method. I will tell ChatGPT to write a motivational story in 800 words on the topic "Chote Kaise Banaye, the boy who never gave up," for my YouTube video. Of course, here you can give the topic of your choice. And you can also adjust the word count based on your video length preference. Since I'm writing this story just to explain the process to you, I've asked for 800 words so that the story isn't too long. Then I'll tell ChatGPT, I am also providing an example story for your reference. Now, how will we do that? Let's say you go to the Inspire Story Hub YouTube channel or any other channel in this niche, and you find a video whose story you really like. Let's say this one. What you'll do is go to the description of that video. At the very bottom, you'll see an option called Show Transcript. As soon as you click on Show Transcript, you'll see the entire story of that video appear in text format right in front of you. You just need to click on the 3 dots and then click Toggle Timestamps so that the timestamps are hidden, and then you can easily copy the entire story. Back to ChatGPT, the example story we copied, we'll paste that into our prompt and enter the final prompt. We'll wait for a few moments, and instantly, ChatGPT will write a new story for us that follows the structure of the example story. The second option to find stories is a bit more direct, and that is using Google. You just have to Google motivational stories in Hindi. And you'll find lots of websites with all kinds of stories: long, short, real, fictional, and more. Finally, the last option is the most interesting one, and that is to use the magic prompt. I've prepared a special magic prompt for you that has 6 different attributes. With its help, you can generate your own custom story, and you'll have full control over every aspect of it. So let's understand what this magic prompt is and how to use it through an example. First, I'll tell ChatGPT, you are a motivational story author who writes in Hindi. Write a story based on the title Chote Kaise Banaye, the boy who never gave up, with the following attributes. The first attribute you'll give ChatGPT is the word count. That is, how long the story should be. This totally depends on how long you want your video to be. On average, a 5-minute story has about 800 words, which is roughly 150 words per minute. So, if you want to make a 10-minute video, then your word count should be 1,500 words. But I've noticed that whatever word count we specify, ChatGPT usually writes 100 to 200 words less. That's why if I want an 800-word story, instead of 800, I'll specify 1,000 words. The next attribute is setting. In the setting, you basically specify the time and place where your story will unfold. For example, I want my story to be based in a modern-day Indian city. The next attribute is protagonist, the main character of your story. The hero. For example, the main character of my story will be a young boy who is the son of a vegetable vendor. The next attribute is tone. As the name suggests, you have to specify the tone of your story, like emotional, humorous, inspirational, and so on. Then the next attribute is storytelling framework. This means the pattern your story will follow as it unfolds. For example, suppose our main character has an ordinary life. Then a challenge comes into his life, and because of that, his life transforms. This is a very common framework called the hero's journey. I'm sure you've heard of it. There are many such storytelling frameworks that you can specify in your prompt. Finally, the last attribute is the moral of the story. In my case, the moral of the story is never give up. That's it. We'll enter the prompt, and ChatGPT will start writing a killer story based on our attributes. And just by reading the first few lines of the story, you'll know how interesting it's going to be. Also, you can see that it has divided the story into different chapters based on my storytelling framework. So if you feel that any chapter needs more detail, you can tell ChatGPT and it will update the story accordingly. Step 4. A good voiceover is extremely important for our channel, because even a killer story can sound boring if the delivery of the narrator is not right. And in our case, this becomes even more challenging because we are giving the storytelling task to AI. Now, when it comes to voiceovers, the best tool in the market is still ElevenLabs, an Inspire Story Hub. Just like most AI automated channels, they all use ElevenLabs for their voiceovers. So first, we will copy the story that ChatGPT has given us. Then we will go to the ElevenLabs website and paste our script into its text-to-speech tool. And yes, if your story is longer than 5,000 characters, then you will have to generate the voiceover in multiple parts. Now look here. There is an option to select the voice. You can play the sample of each voice and decide which one is best for you. You can also access the ElevenLabs voice library, where you will find more than 5,000 unique voices. We need a voice that sounds like a middle-aged or older person, so that it feels like the storyteller actually has life experience and is very wise. At the same time, we also need a voice that is deep and calm, so that viewers feel relaxed and immersed in the story. Also, the voice should be designed for narration and storytelling. And last but not least, the voice must be a Hindi voice. So first of all, we will select the narrative and story tag here. Then we will go to the language menu and choose Hindi. Then we have this filters option, where I will set the gender to male and the age to middle-aged. You can also choose old if you want. Now we have a list of voices that are perfect for our motivational story. I listened to each voice one by one, and among them, I liked 5 voices the most. I will display their names on the screen. Among those, I found Taksha's voice the best. Let me play a sample of it. Samay ki dara nirantar bati rati hai, aur uske sat bati hain anaginta kisse, anki gathayen. So this is a very calm and deep voice, exactly what we need. Now let's click on Use, and you can see that it's selected. Then there are some settings here. The first is speed. In motivational stories, a slightly slower pace is good because it allows viewers to absorb the message of the story. So it's already set at 0.9, which is a little less than 1, which is great. Then we have stability. In simple words, the lower you keep this value, the more emotion your voiceover will have. It will sound much more expressive. So you can play around with this setting and see what works best for you. I will keep it at 55%. After doing all this, we will click on Generate Speech, and ElevenLabs will start generating our voiceover. In the narrow lanes of the small town of Gorakhpur, with the first rays of the sun every morning, the sound of a cart would echo, "Tomatoes for sale! Potatoes for sale!" Now, I know your question. Can we use ElevenLabs voices for free for our YouTube videos? So, look. In the free plan of this tool, you get 10,000 credits per month, with which you can make roughly 2 videos of 5 minutes each. But if we talk about commercial use, then in their terms of use, it is clearly stated that without a subscription plan, you cannot use their voices for commercial purposes like YouTube. But of course, this does not mean that people don't use ElevenLabs for free. In fact, I know many channels that grew and even got monetized without ever taking a subscription. And they never faced any problem. If you ask me, I would strongly recommend that you take ElevenLabs' startup plan, which costs around $400 only. Honestly, this is a very good investment if you are serious about YouTube automation. And yes, this is not sponsored. Step 5. The formula for making a perfect motivational story video is narrative storytelling. That is, what people hear, plus visual storytelling. That is, what people see. For narrative storytelling, our story and voiceover are ready. Now it's time for editing, which will help us with visual storytelling. For this, we first need images to visually represent each line of our story. The best AI tools to generate images are Leonardo, Ideogram, Bing Image Creator, and Playground. You can use any of these. Right now, I'm going to use Leonardo. So first, I will tell ChatGPT that I'm editing a motivational story video, and I need a visual for every line of the story. Now, I will copy and paste each line from my story one by one. And I will ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt that I can directly paste into Leonardo AI to generate the image. And you can see ChatGPT is ready to take input. So simply, we will copy the first line or first paragraph of our script. Make sure the line or paragraph is not too long, because we want the visuals on the screen to change quickly. Only then will the audience's attention stay focused. Back to ChatGPT. I will paste this line, and I will get the first prompt. I will repeat this same process for every single line of the story until the story ends. And yes, generating these images is also very easy. You just have to copy the prompt and paste it into Leonardo AI. Then, on the left side, you'll see the image dimensions option. Make sure you set it to 16:9 because this is for a YouTube video. Then on the top, there is a preset option. Click on it. By default, it uses Phoenix 1.0, but we will change it and select Lifelike Vision. This preset is specially designed for hyper-realistic visuals. The Lifelike Vision preset is built for generating realistic images, and it will truly bring life to our motivational story. Another advantage of using this preset is that it uses only 14 tokens, which means you'll be able to generate more images. If you use Phoenix 1.0 to generate images, it uses 24 tokens at once. So now we will click on Generate, and the visual for the first scene of our video will be ready. In the same way, you need to paste every prompt that ChatGPT has given and prepare all the scenes. And when your tokens run out, you can simply create another Leonardo account with a different email ID, or you can use another image generator like Ideogram. Now we have both the audio and the visuals. All that's left is to assemble them together. For this, you can use any free or paid video editor. It doesn't matter because we only have to do basic editing. First, import the voiceover that you downloaded from ElevenLabs into the timeline. If there are any unnecessary empty spaces in the audio, cut and delete them. Just make sure not to delete the natural pauses in the voiceover, because those are very important for effective storytelling. After this, we will import all the images in the correct order and manually sync them with the voiceover. In this part, you can use your creativity and edit the video as you like. For example, by adding transitions or effects. The transition used in Inspire Story Hub videos is called Dip to Black. So, I will apply that here. I think it looks good. But still, it feels a little boring because there's no movement in the scenes. To fix this, we will add a slow zoom effect to every image using keyframes. Now it's looking much better. You just have to import this overlay on top of your timeline and change its blending mode to lighten or screen. This will make every scene of the video look much more cinematic. Now the editing work is almost done. Only one thing is left, and that is adding feelings to the video. And to make viewers feel your story, we need a background music track that matches the story. For this, you can find tracks in the YouTube audio library. Select the genre as ambient or cinematic and the mood as inspirational, and you will find many tracks that you can use in your video. Here are the names of the tracks I like the most. I've displayed them on the screen. You can use any of these. In my video, I'm going to use Slowly Until We Get There. And finally, I will export the video. Now, the video is exported, but the editing work is still not finished because we still need to add captions. Captions make our video even more engaging. To add captions, currently there is only one free tool available in the market. It's called Clip. And even though it's free, I generated captions with it, and the results were excellent. With the free plan, you can export files up to 1080p, and there will be no watermark. So finally, we have created the entire video. Before we make a thumbnail and upload it, let's watch the final result once. In the narrow lanes of the small town of Gorakhpur, with the first rays of the sun every morning, the sound of a cart would echo. Tomatoes for sale. Potatoes for sale. This cart was pushed by Ramlal, and with him was his 16-year-old son, Arav. Arav's life was simple, selling vegetables with his father in the morning, attending a government school during the day, and sitting on the roof at night dreaming. His biggest dream was to get into IIT, but could the son of a vegetable seller who couldn't even afford proper tuition really make it to IIT? Step 6. Okay, so after analyzing Inspire Story Hub's thumbnails for a while, I noticed a common pattern. Usually, the video title is repeated in the thumbnail text, along with a simple AI-generated image that represents the story. Since my story is about a young boy who wants to get into IIT, I generated this image with ChatGPT, and it represents my story really well. Finally, I wrote the same text as my video title on top of it, and the thumbnail was ready. Now, I will just go and upload this video. Now that you know exactly how to bring your motivational story to life with powerful visuals, emotional voiceovers, and cinematic editing, don't let this just be information you forget tomorrow. Go and create your first story video today. Once it's ready, upload it, share it with the world, and start inspiring thousands. And hey, if you want to keep learning deeper strategies like this, click on the next video showing on your screen.